That's what all the satanic symbols at the Super Bowl are all about. Oh, we're live. Okay. This is the FarmHopLife Men's Forum, episode number 162. Get Growin. Tonight we got Scott and me. That's it. The two amigos. How's it going, Scott?
Right. It's going well. How are you?
Good. I can't remember. You've been on the Men's Forum once recently. I don't remember if it was the last one or the one before that. But other than that, it's been a while.
Yeah, I think it was 2 of them ago. I wasn't able to join the last one.
Yeah, because you're working late and you got to go into town for work now. Something like that.
Something like that. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Yeah, not fun.
You have a personal event, something recent.
Yeah. So, just getting ready to start planning, like we're talking about, and getting ready to do some grafting of apple trees. Just ordered $100 worth of rootstock and scions, and we'll try it again.
Nice.
So it's funny with grafting because it's like it's the only knife thing where you actually cut towards yourself.
Yeah.
So
I mean, I always cut towards myself, and I know that's super unsafe, but I don't know. It's just easier, I guess.
Yeah, well, yeah. So with grafting, you actually cut towards yourself. So I've cut myself enough times where I've got one of those chainmail gloves, that I wear on one of my hands.
Jeez.
So
even those like cut resistant gloves that are like they have better dexterity, even those cut right through them.
No, I don't cut through that one. No.
Okay.
But yeah, I got smart because I was slicing my hand every year. So, but last year I think I can't remember one graft one graft made it that was in a tree, and all the ones that I did on rootstock didn't make it at all. So it was a weird year.
So what's your biggest priority for different types of grafting? Like apples? Do you say apples?
Yeah, apples. Yeah. Yeah, that's pretty much all I graft at this point. So I might try some pears. So I have this tree that I swear up and down was a persimmon, but then it turned out to be an Asian pear, which is okay because I like the Asian pears better. Have you ever had those? They taste like this one that I have. No. It tastes like butterscotch.
Weird.
And so it's shaped
is that
like
from your
apple.
Baker Creek seeds.
No. It's from a nursery down the street from me. No, nice. That's nice. And yeah, it tastes like a pear, but it's more sweeter. I think it's called drizzling honey or something like that. And then it's got butterscotch aftertones.
Weird. Have you ever tried? You're gonna try to make like a cider or a mead out of that?
No. So this year we ended up eating all of them. They're really, really good. So yeah, and then I'll do a bunch of grafting. This one kind of apple that I have called red cinnamon, and so it's a red fleshed apple, and then it has like cinnamon overtones to it, like an aftertone or after what do you.
Now that sounds good as a drink, like a cider.
Yeah, I would think it would be pretty good. So yeah, it's really good for eating out of hand. And then one of the challenges with cider is you've got to get some tart in there, and you got to get something with tannins in there, right? So like I've got a Red Delicious apple tree in the backyard, and it's too sweet, it's too straight.
Sure.
So it makes good apple juice, but it makes kind of blandish cider.
Oh.
So, you got to throw some bitters in there of some sort or whatever else. Right.
Gotcha.
And,
yeah.
My apples have not got to the point where they're not all bearing yet. So I put in a lot of apples, but I've only got 2. I've got one legacy tree that came with the house, and then I've got 2 trees that are actually bearing, and they're Arkansas black, and they're hard as a rock until like December. So they're ripe, but you can't eat them because they're like hard as a rock. So you store them. I store them in a cotton bag from the ceiling in the basement, and then in December, then they're pretty good to eat.
So you get some, I guess, fresh-ish apples just later in the season.
Yeah.
That's interesting that they're hard. That's so weird. I went to an apple orchard this weekend. That's my personal update.
I saw that.
And we were just trimming some of the apple trees. And I didn't get very far, but the guy didn't care. He's like, yeah, we just do a little bit, every day. So took some cuttings home because they were just going to get burned otherwise. And threw them in. I have some like real thin diameter like whips in a 5-gallon bucket just sticking out the top. And then I also have like cuttings that are like a little bit thicker diameter, maybe 6 to 8 inches long. Some of them may be a little bit longer, and some of them have branches and stuff. But I put those in a tote and put water in that. And I need to figure out how I'm going to try to root these things, because ideally you want an air layer. But this is just kind of like an experiment, see if it even works, because I don't even know what variety these are. These are Honeycrisp, but like what kind of Honeycrisp?
Right. Well, Honeycrisp is Honeycrisp. They don't really. Honeycrisp
I thought there was like sub varieties and stuff.
No, I don't think so.
I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know. They call them like.
See, I don't know anything.
Yeah. So I mean, basically, Grant turned me on to this thing for propagating figs from cuttings, and instead of sticking them straight down, you put them flat horizontally in the sand, and you keep them like moist with spray. And I've got elderberry and I've got mulberry that are going crazy. The figs haven't done anything. So yeah, it's
God damn it. I was trying to pull up what I'm looking for. Where's my Amazon? Right here. This is what everybody recommends for rooting.
That's
the gel.
Okay. Clonex.
Yeah, this gel. Apparently everyone recommends this gel. And then I was thinking about rock wool rooting blocks. Have you ever tried these before?
Rooting blocks. What's that?
I'm sorry. Let me there we go. I switched it. Starter plugs.
No.
You've never tried these? Me either. So
what is that like? Is that the usual? Oh, okay. That's like the usual when you make your own soil blocks, right?
Yeah. And I think I don't remember.
They're soil-less? Is that what that says?
That's what it says, soil-less.
Huh. Weird. Looks like a block of wood.
It does kind of look like a block of wood, but
what's it made out of?
I don't know.
Like
rock wool. I don't know what that means. Very effective hydroponic supplies. I don't know. I thought I'd try. Maybe I'd try some of the rock wool and try a little bit of something else.
Yeah, some people put it into coconut coir.
Yeah, I have seen that.
So it's really like chopped up coconut and stuff, and then
COI. This right here.
Yeah, that's it.
That's not how I would have spelled it.
Yeah, I know. I wouldn't either.
Weird. Oh, I think this is part of Jeremy's recipe for making good seed starting stuff.
Yeah,
it's part of the coconut coir.
Right. You mix a little bit of that with regular soil.
Okay, that's interesting.
Hey, you've got enough. You've got enough of the trimmed off apples. Some of those are scions. If they're year growth, then you could graft those onto another apple tree or on a rootstock.
So we actually, all right, we can stop sharing. We actually have. That's not on our property, so we're next to an irrigation ditch, and there's a trail, like a 2-track along the irrigation ditch, and off that irrigation ditch, there's actually apples just growing there. Like somebody probably like ate something, 20 years ago, and just threw it.
Like regular apples or crab apples?
They are they're regular apples, and I ate one once, and it was terrible. It tasted terrible, and so I could try to graft actually good apples onto this apple tree
That'd be
if
fun.
if I wanted to. I'd probably be more successful doing that than what I'm about to do. But hey, it's just an experiment, right?
Yeah, I've not grown apples from cuttings before. That sounds like an experiment I need to try.
Yeah, so I'm gonna try it, and if it doesn't work, whatever. Right now, I'm just sitting in water, and I haven't done anything to the water. So
Hmm.
I haven't ordered anything, so they're probably just gonna rot until I get around to it.
Yeah.
But anyways, the so what have you? You said you're getting started with your grafting.
Mm-hmm.
What else have you got planned? Do you have
Yeah, so I got cuttings going already. I have mulberry and elderberry that are coming out pretty well, so that's pretty good. And then I need to lasagna mulch some new garden beds. And then I need to, I've got a thorny blackberry patch. I planted 2 snow white blackberries that were thorny, and they took over the whole back pasture behind the barn. And then I tore them out, and it made them mad. So now it's like 5 times bigger than it was before. So I need to flame it or do something, and then cover it with plastic.
oh geez.
And yeah, because it's about to the point where it's going to start throwing shoots into the pasture
Oh
where the horses
gosh.
are at. And then
You're gonna have to go scorched earth.
yeah, my wife will get real mad if that happens. So yeah, so I'm gonna try and pull up as much as I can. That's where they got mad last time because I disrupted them, and then try and put some plastic down and see if that kills it.
You're just gonna have to get goats.
Yeah,
Goats and pigs. So goats and then the pigs to dig up the roots, and then the goats again, and then the pigs again. Just alternate.
except the goats don't ever stay in where they're supposed to, and then it's just like
The problem
Homestead
is the
Padre.
solution, right?
It's just like Homestead Padre was bragging about. He's the only person at the farmers market who has peppers, like hot peppers,
Yeah.
and then he got a goat, and the goat destroyed all of them in like
Yes.
1 week. So
Yeah, just wiped it out.
yeah, he had a picture where he took a PVC pipe and duct taped it onto the goat's head so it couldn't get through the fence, and that still didn't work.
I saw
So
that.
I think he either ate the goat or sold it to some halal folks or something.
When I was there, I went and visited his place. I'm pretty sure he still had the goat.
Okay.
Or if it was a
Dial
different
then.
goat.
Yeah, he's
I think it might have been a different goat. But yeah, he's planning on completely redoing his garden too. I thought he had mentioned in the chat that he was going to show up, or he was available or anything. So I actually will be available this Monday. My life is consumed with getting ready for spring. I'm already planting some things. So yeah, that would have been good to hear. Padre, I'm calling you out. So I'm going to share another thing here. Which one? This one. Okay, so I did a little drawing, and I went a little Grant Payne crazy here. So can you see my mouse cursor too?
Yeah.
Okay, so right here down at the bottom, this is my deck, and these little black squares, those are the deck posts.
Okay.
And so I would have these squares. Each square is 2 foot by 2 foot. Okay, so
those are IBC totes.
No, these are just going to be raised beds that I'm going to be making out of not that Grant Payne. I'm not going to go that. I don't need transmission oil in my food or whatever. These are just 2 foot by 4 foot raised beds that I'm going to take roofing, like metal roofing, and cut it in half. So then it's like 17 inch. It would be like 17-inch tall beds, and just frame it out of wood. Just make it real nice and everything. Here I am. Okay, so I'll have these 5 right up against, like right next to the deck, and then I'm gonna have hanging baskets off of the deck that go and hang over the garden, the raised beds. And tomatoes are gonna be. I'm gonna do inverse tomatoes. I'm gonna grow them upside down, so they're
Inverse
easier to
tomatoes.
harvest. Yeah.
How's that work?
Let me. Uh, tomato upside down. I don't remember. I don't. My wife. I thought they would have to grow out of the top and hang down, but she's like, no, they. That would ruin the. That would ruin the stock or whatever. It would get too heavy and break, and so it actually grows out of the bottom.
Down tomatoes.
Yep.
Huh. How do you keep the tomatoes from falling off?
The tomatoes stay on until you pick them.
Okay.
I mean, it's just like the only thing that's different is that it just hangs. That's the only thing that's different.
Huh.
So I'm gonna try it.
That's interesting.
Yeah.
I've never heard of that.
I'm gonna try it. So
yeah, that'd be interesting.
I'm terrible. I am terrible at pruning my tomatoes because every year I plant them way too dense, and then it's just like it's a jungle in there, man. Like you need like a machete to get a tomato, or like you go to like see what's there's nothing here, and then you pick up like this 20-pound lump of tomatoes, like the greens, and there's all these tomatoes growing under there, like on the inside. Yeah.
I did a circle with cattle panels, and then planted tomatoes around the outside, and then at one point I put chicken manure in the middle while they were growing, and that worked really well until they got up towards the top of the panel, and then they did just what you're talking about. I had to like stick my arm in there up to my shoulder to be able to get the tomatoes. So, and a lot of them rotted.
So let me go back to this picture here. Not this tab, this one. Okay, so I only have enough metal right now to do these 5 closest to the deck, which is fine. But I'm gonna need to secure this area. And if I get more raised bed material, I'll make more. But for this first year, here's a gate that goes all the way through, and there's our sliding glass door is right roughly here.
Right.
So we're gonna main walkway and then main walkway to get across. So I need to secure this area, and my wife doesn't like the look of T-posts, and so I'm gonna need to dress it up and make it. She said if I can make it look like our existing fence in the front yard, that would be best. And so also having these garden beds at the edge of the fence, I'm increasing the edge, the amount of edge. And so here I'm growing. I'll try to grow something. I don't know what, right along the fence line. But right here, just off of 2 feet from the, let's say it's like a 5 or I don't know, let's say a 4 or 5 foot fence. I needed to plant something over here and put a little fence over here for deer. And I'm going to try to do a 3D deer fence. So the outside is just a little bit shorter than the inside fence. And I think these are very good pictures. Because they don't like to jump very far. They can jump high. They just don't like to jump far. And so
right. And if they don't know how far it is, then you'll freak them out, right?
Yeah. So that's what I'm trying to achieve here. I'm gonna have to figure it out. But
hey, you're like growing or you're drawing much more legible than my drawings.
That's where graph paper comes in handy.
Oh yeah.
But I don't even have a plan on what I'm even growing in my garden beds. My wife and I were looking last night on where to where are we going to get seeds from, and we didn't get a Baker Creek seed catalog, so I'm just I'm just
You didn't get
upset
a
about
Baker
them.
Creek. What?
No, didn't get one.
You
and
just. You got to see this. Check this out. This is my. How do I share screen? Okay, share
click
screen.
present. Yep.
Don't show these tips again. Okay, let me see if I choose what you want to show. That it? Nope. Yep, there it is. Okay, so there's mine.
What in the hell is that? It's a bunch of circles. Oh, okay. There is.
Yeah, that's my. We went and did a consult. Basically somebody said, "Hey, can you come over and look at my pasture and see what you think?" And then so I went over there and then I said, "Yeah, you're probably too steep for swales, but this would make a good guild, right? So chestnut, and then fruiting shrub and a bunch of hazels bunched together, and then elderberry on the outside." So
Padre showed up.
Okay, how do I stop sharing?
My dad called me and had a little situation I had to help him with.
Everything all right?
Yeah.
Good.
Family drama.
Family.
Oh,
drama.
I love family drama.
Yeah, it's about me and my brother. He ain't talked to me in 3 years.
Uh-oh.
Oh, did he call you up and say I'm sorry?
No. That's what my dad's mad about.
That he hasn't, or that you haven't said you're sorry?
Oh, I've said I'm sorry. I've apologized publicly on Twitter. It is my fault why he's mad.
I apologize for my political opinion. Sorry about that.
Yeah, I did. I shouldn't have called. I shouldn't have said what I said about him personally. But I apologize publicly on Twitter and Facebook. But it's been almost 3 years ago. It'll be 3 years ago this summer. I've apologized to his face twice since then. But no, he messaged me and asked me a question about our mom who died back in 2002. And my dad's like, "Does he ever message you about anything else?" I said, "No, he messaged me about a year ago, a question about our mom." That's the last I heard from him. So my dad's like, he just said, "You're his brother when he needs something." I was like, "Well, feels that way sometimes."
Yeah. Is it like the anniversary of your mom's birthday or something, or
it was
or what?
It was this month. He was asking me today about my mother's if she ever went to college or anything. He didn't. Him and my sister didn't know much about her.
I see.
Gotcha. My dad came to Mississippi when I was 12. My brother and sister. My brother's 5 years younger than me. My sister is 6 years younger. And I stayed with my mom. So.
Gotcha. Well, since you're here, let's see if this makes you mad.
Okay.
Baker Creek.
Baker Creek seeds are overrated. Agree or disagree?
What do you mean? They're good seeds. I don't have any problems with them. I use them every year.
I think they're expensive, and
I do agree. I do agree they're overpriced.
Unnecessary. We don't need 80 varieties of bok choy or whatever.
Well, the beauty in them is they got seeds that are hard to find in a lot of other places.
I mean, that's their shtick, right? I mean, It's like we find the weirdest of the weird, and you can plant the weirdest of the weird if you pay us $6 for 5 seeds.
Yeah, they had a big controversy a couple of years ago because they had some seeds that were watermelon that were found in a cave that were supposedly like some ancient Native American watermelon seeds, and the person who found it was that Bundy guy that that was having the land dispute, not Ted. And so it was pretty prominent in the catalog, and it made it set off the usual suspects of and stuff complaining.
Good. That's good.
Yeah, they have they have stuff like I ordered some blue butterfly pea from them.
Oh.
that's been kind of hard for me to find in other places. In a quality seed, I've ordered from other places and not had the best germination rates from them. Baker's Creek's always sent me good seeds. So there's like Seminole squash. They're native to South Florida. They grow really well in my area. I have not found them anywhere else but Baker's Creek.
Yep.
Weird.
So they do have some stuff that
Have you tried
now-
so true? Because usually they're like I think they're southern Georgia or Florida.
I haven't.
Yeah.
I went with the Seminole squash because it's a pumpkin. It looks like a pumpkin.
Yeah.
Little oblong, tastes like a pumpkin, and they thrive in the hot, humid weather. Being native to South Florida, so I've been working on trying to get some more and more native type vegetables. A lot of what the Native Americans grew in the Southeast, going over the last couple of years.
Yeah,
But,
that's what those fish peppers I sent you are from. You know, they're basically Cajun peppers.
Yeah. Yep, I got them. I got them on a heating pad right now.
Yep, those are my favorite.
So I just planted them today, actually.
I was gonna ask you. You said you already planted some stuff.
I planted like early cabbage and some sweet peas and things like that. I got potatoes at the end of the month, so we'll be going in. And we're almost at the end of the month now, so I guess next weekend I'll be putting potatoes in the ground.
Very nice.
Then
how's the are you still revamping your garden? Do you have like you got plans for that still?
I do. My tiller broke down. So that's on hold at the moment. Which if I got a guy I can hire and come in and turn the ground for me. And I try not to turn the ground that much.
Yeah.
But what I'm doing, I have to just clear everything that's over there out and start fresh.
Yeah, you got a lot of work. You got a lot of work to do.
Yeah.
He basically lives in a sandbox.
I do.
It's insane. Like, oh, there's a little bit of grass here. I like shuffle my feet, and it's just like, nope, that's just sand. That's fake. There's just sand there.
Yeah, you're living on a reef, aren't you?
A reef. Have you tried planting fish?
I'm planting fish peppers, so
Nice.
but no. I think during the Ice Age, this area was underwater.
Mm-hmm.
So
is Kansas actually, but you know.
Yeah, there's a big inland sea up through there.
Yep.
But it's I don't have rocks. I tell people like there's no rocks here, and people find that amazing. But you've seen it, Matt. There's no rocks here,
Nope.
unless they've hauled them in from somewhere and put them on the side of the road for erosion control.
Oh, did you guys see? No, not even close to what we're talking about. Did you guys see that Washington? I think it was Washington State bought like $7 million worth of rocks to put in like the expressway, like to keep homeless from camping. I'm gonna find a picture.
Yeah, I saw that. That was crazy.
Yeah, you saw that?
It's underneath the overpasses and stuff.
And it's just in tree lines too.
Yeah.
Just let the homeless sleep.
You can sleep next to rocks, apparently.
I spent 2 years of my life homeless, so I'm a little more sympathetic towards them, but it bothers me, especially in areas of the country like Seattle, that's supposed to be what's the word I'm looking for? They pride themselves in helping the downtrodden and giving government help and handouts. And
Okay, I went a little crazy on the number. It was $700,000. Oh man, this Business Insider doesn't even have a picture. Boo. Anyways, whatever. Rocks versus no rocks. Oh, okay, here it is. I need a faster way to do this. Is it this one? Yes, this one.
Yep.
Yep, right here. So they like
God,
strategically
ridiculous.
planned all these, like where to put all these rocks to keep the homeless from camping there.
you know what I see? I see a way to curl up in between some boulders and hang your tarp across the top of them.
I was about to say you just do the
Look, build you a fire of one of the big boulders on the backside, and then you got a fire reflection, a heat
There you go.
reflection.
Just move them around a little bit.
I've camped in the mountains that look like that before. That's doable.
You just do the fetal position around one of the rocks, right?
Yep, that's right.
And for everyone else, free rocks. Just take them.
Yeah. You watch. They'll move in there and start moving the rocks around. They'll build little rock areas with
They're going to
walls.
build a house out of stone.
Yeah.
There'll be walls out of stone before too long.
Yeah.
Look, the homeless can be quite creative.
Absolutely. I got more rock projects coming this year, so that's something to look forward to. Just got to keep finding new ways to put them.
Yeah, yours is quite a bit of rock.
Yeah, I'm surprised that I have more rocks here than Little Pine Farmer does in Colorado. He said like 8,800 feet, and he just couldn't believe how many rocks I have here. I'm like, you're in the Rocky Mountains too. I don't know. Are you lying? Do you even live there? I don't know.
Hey, doesn't he live on a giant rock?
Pretty much.
I think he lives in a valley, doesn't he?
I think he found a pretty sweet spot, like a pretty nice microclimate. Yeah.
Yeah.
But
He's I've talked to him a few times. He's a pretty cool guy.
Mm-hmm.
I was supposed to go visit him, but there was bad weather, and he's like, "You do not want to drive this road in this weather." I'm like, oh man, shoot. Well, it's always next time. I'll go back someday.
Yeah, he's not very far out of Colorado Springs.
Yep, probably about 2 hours out of Colorado Springs.
I don't even think it's that far, but
It's a wonky road to get there.
Oh yeah. That's the road that goes over there by the Colorado Trail.
So did I already miss your guys' spring plans?
We only have I have, at least me, I have half plans. So I'll just share this again really quick. This here, I'm doing these 5 raised beds and doing upside down tomatoes over the 5 raised beds.
Good luck with that.
Have you tried it?
I've never had luck with upside. I've seen people do great with them. I've just never been able to master that art.
So
if you're bad at it, then I'm probably going to be good at it, and everything, like, you can just have the rest of the successful gardening.
So you got a PVC hole in the bottom. Is that what that is with that drill?
I still don't know.
Well, it's right there. The drill up above.
This one, step by step. Oh, permaculturenews.org. They would definitely be able to tell us how to do an upside down tomato. Blah blah blah. Drill a hole.
Yeah, there it is. Yeah.
Hang it. What's this? Make sure that the soil is not coming down out of the bottom before you hang it. Oh, all of a sudden, voila. It's like, this is just like the draw the rest of the owl meme. I don't know. Worth a shot.
Yep.
Can always just, if I completely ruin it, I'll just go buy tomatoes at the farmer's market like everybody else. So that was basically my plan. I'm not going to do all 47 raised beds until later.
It's about time to do a seed swap.
Yeah. There's actually one. There's a seed company in not boycotting Baker Seeds. Baker Creek Seeds, just not going to buy from them because there's better options. But there's a company near here that they're doing I think they're hosting the seed swap about like 3 hours from me.
Really?
I'm not going to that. I'm going to wait for a more local one. But
I just get together with your friends and do it.
What friends?
Yeah.
Well, look, I just seen I found a website yesterday.
I just missed the seed swap 2 days ago.
Way to go, Scott.
Well, we'll have to do one with our community group. Yeah, it's funny because you start bringing out stuff and like that Seminole squash, and somebody will go, "What? Oh!" And guys get all excited. It's hilarious.
I found a website yesterday. I don't know if y'all have heard of it or your listeners. Seed Nerds.
Seed Nerds, really?
Seednerds.com. They're out of California,
Hmm.
but it's your standard seeds, cucumbers, tomatoes that everybody grows. They're $1.99 a pack.
Write this down. Seed Nerds.
Oh, there's another. There's somebody on Twitter that we all know.
The seed guy.
He does perma. Oh crap! What's his name? Perma people.
Perma people.
Yeah, give me a second. I'll pull it up here.
Hmm.
Okay. Present, share screen. I just remembered that. Share. All right. So discover plants, swap seeds, plan gardens, share knowledge. I've had Sim on my show before. And you
what's
can.
What's the site?
Permapeople.org. So it's like him and like a buddy of his in Germany that made this site, I think. So there's a plant database, and then there's the seed marketplace, and so people can post their seeds that they have, and you can buy or swap. So it all looks like there's a lot of this in German, or I don't know what. Leafy goosefoot. I don't know what that is. Let's click on it. So
yeah, I've seen that before.
For 0.5 euros, you can get this seed. I only ship seeds inside of the EU, so not me. Or get somebody in the EU to send it to you or something. I guess I don't know.
Well, shipping in the EU is so stupidly expensive. Like even small packages.
Whoops.
Oh,
look. Hey, look at that. They got a whole map. Oh, I'm gonna corner the market for Montana here and selling seeds.
There you go.
Nobody. What about Scott? See if anybody. Kansas. Nope. Got Missouri and Oklahoma. You got somebody in Missouri is doing pole green beans and sweet corn. So
wow,
that makes sense. Anyways, that's another site people can check out.
Yeah, I'm interviewing Joseph Lofthouse this coming week for the podcast. He's the land race gardener guy that saves seeds and then adapts it to his land.
I've heard you say his name before. I was like, I thought you've had him on before, but I think you just mentioned him a lot.
I talk about him, about this time of year quite a bit.
Yeah.
So
I don't know what his garden plans is.
But post that what did you say, Perma People?
Permapeople.org.
Put that in Telegram.
Sure. I think I'll just tweet it. Does that work?
Yeah.
All right.
Baker Creek tweet was got a lot of engagement there. You're farming engagement. You're farming attention for the feudal lords. Did you see that? Cyprian said that's our new jobs is farming attention for the feudal lords.
I don't remember him saying that.
No, he was on what's he on? He's on Buck Johnson's podcast.
I did listen to that one. I must have missed that line.
Yeah. I had to stop and write it down.
No, I mean, I've honestly ordered from Baker's Creek every year for the past 4 or 5 years.
No, Baker Creek catalog at my house is a coffee table book.
Oh, I have one. I got the $12 book with all the.
Me too.
Well, I got the one all the recipes and articles and all that. It's like a 570-page catalog.
Yep.
It's worth the $12. I've enjoyed the reads in it.
I enjoy it a lot. Yeah, and their coffee table books are just. I mean, I got 5-year-old ones sitting in my living room that I still pick up and look at.
I do
Oh,
like
yeah.
the pictures. They're very, very nice.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, my son was on their Facebook page.
Really?
Doing
We
what?
were measuring the giant amaranth that I got from them a couple years ago,
Hmm.
and I posted it on Twitter. And Baker's Creek reached out to me and asked me if they could use the picture.
Hey,
Wow.
that's cool.
So you got you said you were starting like 2,000 amaranth.
I have 2,400 seeds.
My goodness.
So the whole we've cut our herd size is greatly reduced, not by my own choosing, but the back half of the property there it's gonna be an amaranth field because the greens are good, they taste good, made like collards, and then the seeds I use that for cooking here at the house.
So are you using those pots like Grant was talking about to start?
I still got to send him the shipping label.
Hmm.
We discovered another fence cut a week and a half ago on the back side of the property.
Animals.
So I was investing like $300 in some security, wireless cameras, motion activated spotlights, but now I got to fix my truck.
Why would anybody do that? I mean, what are they trying to do?
It's still the animals.
Oh, I see.
My neighbor, he gets his front
Really?
trees ripped off.
I thought he was just being a dickhead.
No, they're freaking old West wrangling animals around here. Guy down the road
gonna steal your goats.
Guy down the road raises cattle. He had some calves go missing last year.
Man, I don't. That kind of seems like a lot of work to take a calf and then, I guess you raise it.
I don't know what they do with
it, or turn it into veal. I guess
it's been the last.
It's aliens.
It's aliens. Find it inside out.
It's been the last 2.5 years. There's been problems around here. Before that, the 8 years before that, it's never an issue like this. The sheriff's department can't do nothing. They'll tell you they can't do nothing.
Yeah, sheriffs don't do nothing about anything.
So I'm ordering 7 motion activated spotlights to go across the back of the property. Matt, you see how wide it's long, but it's not very wide.
Yeah.
And
you should be able to see across, corner to corner, right. Like point them at each other. Yeah.
Yep. I'm gonna have 7 down there. I'm gonna have 2 coming up towards behind that building that's behind my house.
Oh yeah, yep.
Then I'm gonna stick 3 wireless cameras around my house, and then 1 wireless camera on one of these oak trees pointing down to the pasture.
What brand did you settle on?
I don't remember. It's in my Amazon shopping cart.
That's usually how it goes, right? Like, I'm going to put this in my cart and wait until I have enough money to click buy.
Yeah, I'm waiting on tax returns.
I got to get those submitted.
Yeah. Then my truck, it's hemorrhaging oil. I'm going through a quart a day.
Jeez.
It's the rear seal. The rear seal's gone out. Like when if I stop the truck and leave it running, you can just watch oil steady drip out the bottom of the truck.
Wow.
So I got 3 quotes today. I got 3 quotes today. $756 was the cheapest because I get it. They got to pull the transmission and everything to get to it. So
wow.
The part's $100 and he's like 6.5 hours labor.
Oof.
But
brutal.
It is, but it is what it is. This is my farm truck. It's 20 years old, and I hope to have it another 20 years. So I gotta do what I gotta do. I love this truck.
Yeah, you gotta take care of your stuff. I tell my son that all the time because he does not, and sometimes I don't either. But for the big things, I do, like my truck.
Yeah, you see my old beat up truck.
It didn't look that bad. Like it's just like it's just it's aged. right?
It is. It is aged.
That's
well. I mean,
that's it.
I hit a light pole in the Walmart parking lot with the front side of it a couple of years ago.
That's funny because I did that to my truck backing up. Because like I didn't see anything, and like the rear sensor was like going off. I'm like, there's nothing back there, and I just kept going, and I ran right into like one of those concrete, that holds like a light pole right in the middle.
Yeah,
of
that's
it was
that's
the
what I
dumbest
hit.
thing ever.
Well, I was driving up the lane, the parking spot lane, and out of nowhere, this car comes barreling across all the parking spots, and it was either hit them or hit the light pole. I chose the light pole.
Oh man, if you hit them, they could have bought you a new truck.
Except they don't have insurance.
Maybe that's the thing. That's not uncommon down here.
That's not uncommon anywhere.
Then it's my insurance buying me a new truck, and guess who pays for that? Me. But we
uninsured motorist. Yep.
I swiped it hard. It was a side swipe. I didn't hit it dead on. But we pulled over at the Home Depot up the road, and my door wouldn't open. I dented the frame right there at the door. So me and my son were actually on the way to do a bee removal from a house. So he jumps out with the hive tool, which is basically like a little nail puller pry bar. And he goes to work prying on my truck door so I can get my truck door open. And that was 2 years ago. And to this day, sometimes when I open my door, it pops and drops a little bit.
That's funny.
Yeah, that car
drops.
That car never stopped though. So it was, what can you do?
Oh, geez.
This is why I stay out of my farm. That's why I don't go to town. There's people there.
All right, I think we need a little inspiration to get back on track. So we're going to. Here's what we're going to do.
You want some good news?
Yeah, let's hear some good news.
I'm adopting 2 kids.
You're adopting 2 kids?
Yes. It is
just for the labor aspect, or how did this come up?
They're 1 and 2 years old. It ain't for the labor aspect.
Oh man,
my labor.
Congratulations, though. That's pretty cool.
It is our great niece and great nephew. They're
wow, what's that?
I don't know. I saw Gardener's World, #Gardener's World was trending on Twitter, so I clicked on it, and I was
is that cardboard?
Yeah, it looks like cardboard.
Looks like cardboard. Which, by the way, I'm gonna lay down cardboard on the inside of my raised beds when I go to do this too. I actually found there's an after picture. I cheated and scrolled down a little bit already. Come on. Oh shoot. I didn't mean to click it. There we go. Right. Nope. They're like coppicing these trees or pollarding these trees, I guess. Pollarding these trees. There's a nice little bee. Flowers here. This looks like the same. This is the same person. The potting shed. They got that is a nice greenhouse. I'll tell you what.
Yes, it is.
Look at that.
It's like all Victorian and stuff.
That is a $10,000 greenhouse. I looked at one identical on Home Depot's website just a couple days ago. Nice Victorian, the spikes on top and everything.
Yep.
Yeah.
Like 10,500.
I saw that Costco sells cold frames, and they it was like $280 for some cold frames. I thought that was funny though. Costco showed a nice picture of some flowers.
I bought a patio door for like $20 and used that.
I showed my wife that greenhouse, and she just told me to keep dreaming.
Keep dreaming. Yeah, if a ton of gold bricks lands in your front yard or something.
Yep, I gotta win the lottery.
Half of it'll go to government.
Yeah, and the other half will go to greenhouses.
It's priority.
A lot of pictures of flowers.
I'll have to hire Grant.
Flower season or something. Oh man, that would be comical. You hiring Grant.
Yeah, we need to take bets on how long Grant until he gets fired over at the nursery. Like Grant's like the most agreeable person ever. How in the world is he in trouble?
And he's the same way in person. He's just the nicest guy you ever meet.
Yeah, I know.
He's always in trouble.
It's always in trouble. Well, I think it's because like he just the new corporate America, right? Just doesn't sit well with him. It's like, what
Yeah.
do you mean that? Blah blah blah. Oh wow, that looks nice. Little bird bath there.
They probably got tired of the 100th time of him telling them how they could do it better.
Yeah, probably.
The sad part is they should probably listen to him.
Yeah, or else, the 150th time of, hey, can I take this home?
Right.
Yeah, really. There's too many pictures of flowers. I need more production.
Come on. We need reality here.
No, they're starting something. What are they starting? Oh, they're just talking about making a little greenhouse out of these plastic containers. Which, by the way, there you go. Those clamshells that you can get salads in. Bam. Little greenhouse.
Yeah, that's pretty good.
Exciting news for me. I have dandelions growing.
Wow. Dandelions growing already.
I've spread thousands of seeds over the years.
Yeah, we got ticks already. It's crazy.
What? That's disgusting.
We got dandelions. The azalea bushes are beginning to bloom. I saw that today. Spring is here for me, guys.
Wow.
You guys had a freeze.
I think we just got our freeze here over the weekend. I think we just got our last freeze. February 29th is my average last frost date.
Wow.
And
wrong with this lady's arms.
Looking at the extended forecast, it's they got it in the 70s all the way into March. So
when's the first frost?
Do what?
First frost.
November.
You got like a 9-month growing season. That's great.
November 12th, November 17th, something like that.
So do you have do you have like Texas where there's 2 seasons, but there's a no-go season in the middle?
It's really hard to grow in August. Just the sun is so brutal.
Yeah.
My
use shade cloth.
I do. I have shade cloth. You have to. My raised beds are all up under my oak trees. And I let the oak trees shade them out over the summer, and then they do really well. Like even the full sun plants that's supposed to get 8+ hours or something. No, not down here. 8+ hours will kill them.
Yeah.
So I start in October. Like I planted cabbage and rutabaga and carrots and everything in October, and I grow them over the winter. My Brussels sprouts are coming in really great right now. I'm going to take a picture tomorrow. I got to stake them and trim them, get all the bottom leaves off, and just let the sprouts go crazy.
Cool.
So I'm going to do that tomorrow. I'll have pictures on Twitter. But we average 7 nights of freezing temperature a year here. And they're 1 or 2, and then a couple weeks, and then 1 or 2. So it never really gets, but last year got bad. Christmas of 2022, it was frozen for like 4 days straight, even in the daytime. Like it destroyed everything that I was growing. But
and
typically
you couldn't grow apples because there's not enough cold.
Right.
Season.
Yeah, there's only 2 or 3 species that actually does well down here. I was just told the other day about one called Princess Anna or something like that. It's supposed to do really well in my area. But I have Granny Smith apple trees, and I have like 3 of them. And they've never produced anything. And me, I'm a plant guy, but I'm not a tree guy. I just learned this past fall that you need more than 1 species of apple to be productive. So
really?
this coming fall, I'm going to see if I can get my hand on some of those Princess Anna trees and get those in the ground and see if I can start producing.
Wow.
Because apples, I guess, are weird and they need another species to cross-pollinate with. Because the seeds from a Granny Smith apple will not grow a Granny Smith tree. It'll grow a completely different type of apple.
Why do apples do that?
I don't know, and I'm just learning about it, and I'm feeling dumb because I've had apple trees for like 5 years now, wondering why they're not growing anything.
Huh. Let's ask ChatGPT. Oh, it's down. What I was telling Scott earlier was, so I have all these apple cuttings that I got this weekend, and there's some crappy apples off the ditch by my house. Now it would be better to graft the Honeycrisp apples onto the crappy apple tree since it's already established.
Yes,
but I just this is just like a little experiment that I'm trying. I'm wondering if the cross pollination is what you're talking about. If the tree over there, let's say this my experiment works, and these do take root, and 10 years later, now we have trees. If those trees are close enough to like cross pollinate, or if they need to be like in the vicinity or closer.
well, they're pollinated by insects.
Yeah.
So, a bee.
And then there's a neighbor that has bees. So,
yeah, a honeybee travels up to a mile radius from its hive to collect pollen. So,
nice.
I guess if especially if you have a couple beehives near the orchard, they're going to get pollinated.
Well, what do you guys got planned for this weekend to get your gardens more ready?
This weekend I'm actually working on the chicken run, but hopefully I get the ground turned, like we was talking about. So I got to get the
tiller.
I'm planting some more peas tomorrow, and then that'll be it for my early spring crop. And then I got to get the beds that I have harvested. I got to harvest all the rutabagas, all the carrots. That's what I'm doing this weekend. Everything I got left growing is going to come out, and then I'm going to pull the dirt, put new dirt in, and then get all the raised beds ready.
I was trying to see if you posted a picture of any of that. I never see your stuff anymore, so
I hear that a lot.
Old paths.
I've angered the algorithm gods.
Old Paths Homestead. Yeah, this looks. I haven't seen any of this recently.
Old Paths Homestead.
That's what he calls himself now.
Yep, change the name.
Really? Huh.
I was inspired by Jeremiah 6:16 when I was doing a reading.
Old PATH, right?
Yes.
S. Yes. Paths.
No. Okay. No dashes or nothing.
Nope. If you on Twitter, if you just still do Smith, well,
yeah, it's still the same handle because I'm slowly transitioning, getting people used to it.
Okay. Yeah.
Micro farming. What about you, Scott?
The next couple weekends I'll be doing seed swap, and then what else do I need to do? Yeah, so I need to pull those thorny blackberries out and cover them with plastic. I've got to go get some more mushroom compost and add. That was pretty cool. I got a whole thanks for pointing that out to me, because I went over to the mushroom place and ended up getting a whole carload for free.
Nice. Yeah.
Yes.
And then,
I'm getting a truckload next week.
That in there, and then I need to put some wood chips over the top of all that. Yeah, other than that, that's what I'm looking at, and then we'll start grafting apples.
Just wait until you start getting free mushrooms out of them.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Mushrooms.
My wife was
gave.
like, we're not talking about those kind of mushrooms, are we? And I'm like, no.
I just gave away 2 pounds of golden oysters the other day because the last load of mushroom blocks I got from the farm up the road, I got so many mushrooms. I got blue oysters, golden oysters, just everywhere.
Wow.
paths.
I've I've dehydrated and powdered so many mushrooms. I've just started giving them to anybody that'll take them. And I'm going to get another.
What do you do with the powdered mushrooms and the dehydrated mushrooms? You just mix them in with your soups and stuff?
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yep. The kids won't eat them otherwise. So
right.
Just to give that nutrition load into the food.
Yeah, I saw something. One of the things they sell over there at that mushroom place is lion's mane tincture.
Yes.
For neuro,
Mm-hmm.
like supposed to give you clarity.
Kat in my Telegram group.
They're in the Telegram group, yeah.
She gives her son, who I'm gonna say it anyway. She gets mad. Her son's autistic. She started giving him tincture, lion's mane tincture, and that kid has really come around. He is a lot more vocal. He's using his words better. Like, it has done wonders for him. I knew it was good stuff, and I've been amazed. Watching her son come around.
I interviewed a guy who got shot, and he turned to mushrooms to help his he got shot in the face with the shotgun, and he turned to mushrooms to help his cognitive abilities come back, because there's a lot of stuff that obviously went wrong. I mean, he every once in a while he shows like his x-rays for like people that just like started following him or whatever, and it just looks like just bird shot just all in his face. Is terrible, absolutely terrible. But yeah, it's for anybody curious, that's Deadeye Two Tongues. That's his handle on Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, and I think he's on YouTube too. Well, so he's missing an eye from getting shot, and he's used to be a tattoo artist, or I guess kind of still is. So he's did like body modifications too. So like his tongue split in half. So Deadeye Two Tongues.
I was having blood pressure issues for a while, and I tried like beetroot juice and things like that. It's supposed to help with your blood pressure.
Yep.
Kind of helped, but I was about to have to go on medicine. I started doing turkey tail tincture, mushroom tincture. My blood pressure has been good.
Nice.
About 3 weeks into it, my blood pressure started coming back down to normal, and I've been it's a medicine dropper full in my coffee every morning.
Yeah, another hawthorn berry helps me with that.
So there's definitely some benefit in mushrooms that a lot of people don't think about.
Turkey tail.
And
you only do one dropper?
Yep, I do one dropper full in my coffee every morning.
Cool.
Padre, I got a question after we wrap up.
Yep.
It's about grafting or starting apple tree stuff. All right, but here we go. Scott, you're first.
Okay. So check out Thrive in the Future podcast, thriveinthefuture.com. It's also on your fave podcast app. And then I also have elderberry cuttings and comfrey on grownutTrees.com. So it's just the right time to get elderberry cuttings. Go and get some, and I'll send them to you. And the cool thing is, I just stick them in the ground and they take off right there. Just poke them in the ground.
That sounds like cheating, Scott.
No, they're super awesome. So,
Scott, message me that website. I'm going to get some from you.
Okay. It's grownutTrees.com.
I won't remember that.
That's grownutTrees.com.
Right here. GrowNutTrees.com. Here you go. Why buy from GrowNutTrees.com? Because it has the Scott Miller stamp of approval. Very nice. All right.
Nope, they're right there. Seeds and trees have a memory. Need to make a
bam and comfrey.
Awesome.
Cool.
Oh no, there it is. Mr. Loaf King himself.
Loaf King.
I never changed it.
At Padre Homestead on Twitter. I don't really have that. That website's not good anymore. Just so you know, the website got shut down. I couldn't afford it. They doubled my hosting cost.
That's going to be a problem going on.
$600 for a year.
Good night.
And I don't do enough. I don't do enough online business to warrant paying that. So we shut it down.
Dang. All right. We'll have to talk about that later. I only pay like $100 for 2 websites.
Does it got an e-commerce on it?
Yeah, I do actually.
Okay, because the e-commerce is what's costing so much.
Weird. Yeah, we'll talk about that later. All right, I took that out. What? Anything else?
Nope. Dropped new newsletter today. I'm going to be pumping those out regularly again, especially going into the spring.
Awesome. Good.
It is padre.substack.com. If anybody wants to sign up.
Mm-hmm.
Nice. What's your PO box so Scott can send you some stuff for free?
Oh, I already have his address.
Yeah, he's.
What if someone else wants to give you something for free? That's it. All right. And I'm Matthew Rozier, FarmHopLife.com. We're a traveling homestead family. And I am supposed to go to a mushroom farm this weekend and get some footage, interview, help out a little bit. We do interviews, this men's forum, famous farmers, and the farm tours. So check us out.
Awesome.
We'll see you in a couple weeks. Thanks, guys.
See ya.
Take care.